is Julieta Diaz, and I am a data scientist at TIBCO. Welcome to this Team Studio enablement video. In this video, I will cover the join operator. We are starting from the Word Files tab in a workspace I have previously created, and we will click on the Join Tables workflow to get to the workflow canvas you can see here. So, say we have two data tables and we want to perform a simple join. In this case, we have the Titanic dataset, which includes information on a passenger. Stuff like their passenger ID, whether they survived the ship or not, what class they boarded, their name, age, etc. In a previous video, we created a new column by extracting the initials from the name of the passengers, and we called this column title. The idea was to use this information to handle the null values in the age feature. So what we are looking at here is just the original Titanic dataset with an extra column, the title. After that, we used a batch aggregation operator to group the passengers by their title, and we got the mean age of the group in order to replace the null values in the age column. So, in this data table, we have the title, the group size, and the mean age. The title is the key that we are going to use to join these two data tables. So, to do that, we just need to drop in a join operator. Every time you drop an operator into the canvas, it appears red. So, we join these two parts that are interested in the Titanic dataset with the extra column title, as well as the aggregation data table containing the mean age by title group. When we open the operator properties, it appears a yellow button and we will click on it to define the join conditions. In the join properties, we need to configure a few different fields. The first is the aliases for the different tables. It can be anything, that's up to you. Titanic and aggregates are what I have decided on here. Notice that when you're clicking on the aliases for the input tables, you can see all the different columns that can be used for the output. So, no matter what the joint is, if we use a left join, you can still limit how much of the left table will be added to the columns. So, for the Titanic data table, we are going to select all the columns. And for the aggregate table, we don't actually need to select the title, as we will define it in the join conditions a little bit below. We do, of course, want the mean age. That's what we are looking for with this operator. In the join conditions here, we are defining a left table. That's just so the operator knows which way around our configuration is, and the join type here. In our case, we are going to choose a left join, but you can choose all different kinds of joins, as you can see in this dropdown. We choose the left join, and it automatically assumes that this right table is aggregate. And here, in column 1 and column 2, is where we are defining the key that we'll be joining on. In this case, we are joining on title for both, and we are just defining that condition. Then you can click on Create, and this gives you that output into a table here, under the join conditions. If we click OK, and then we run the workflow, we can see all the parts that we have selected in the join operator. We have all the features from the Titanic dataset, including the column title. And then the mean age is the only part of the batch aggregation operator that we are carrying forward for this. So, as you can see, for the rows where there is an empty value in the column age, now we have this new information, the mean age of the passengers with the same title. And we can use this to replace the null value. Thank you for watching.